GGGryphon, how you guys doing? And welcome back to the Haven. Now, welcome back to some more Resident Evil Requiem video. Now, we're gonna talk about a little something here called figurines and prices. You guys probably seen the thumbnail and the title already. We're gonna be discussing the figurines that are for Resident Evil Requiem, right? So I have it up here on the actual site right here. The site is now fully up and loaded. So if you guys want to pre-order them now, you can. But we're gonna go over some things because some fans have been talking about it and are a little upset about the price on this puppy. Well, on these puppies. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I have Google Chrome translating it. So a lot of this is really just, you know, rough translations or anything like that, but the point still gets across, okay? So this is on Capcom Figure Builder. You guys can actually go on this site, like I'm leaving in the description so you guys can see it for yourself if you guys want to pre-order these if you want. So we're gonna go down here. These are the dates right here that is showing, but I'm gonna keep going scrolling down so you guys can actually see this, okay? So we got the Grace Ashcroft and Leon S. Kennedy figurines, okay? The height for these, for Grace, is gonna be 28 centimeters and Leon is gonna be 30 centimeters. Or roughly, if you guys wanna translate it into inches, it would be 12 inches, AKA 1 foot tall. Basically, it's supposed to match the same height as the other figurines from the previous Resident Evil, like for example, the RE4 remake Leon, the RE2 remake, 3, you know, so on and so forth. So it's supposed to match the same height, right? So here are the dates when these are coming out. So these are actually gonna get sold separately on these dates, which is, we'll get into it. So the Grace Ashcroft run is scheduled to release on September 10th, 2026, and Leon is scheduled to release on November 19th, 2026. Now, I'm not sure if these are the dates that they're supposed to be shipped out. It doesn't say that on this website or anything at all. I'm not sure if it's going to be shipped a couple days prior so you can roughly get it on that day. So scrolling down here, Grace and Leon are sold separately and can be displayed together as we saw in the Resident Evil showcase. And these are like a close-up look and everything to them on these. What's something about these figurines, which is something we're going to look at the Leon one a little bit more. And as you guys can see here, this is basically the comparison for all the other ones that they have. You know, Jill from Resident Evil 3 remake, 2 remake, Requiem, 4, and then RE8, right? That's how it's supposed to match. Like I said, the size is supposed to basically match with the other figurines if you guys want to collect these as a set, if you guys are collectors, right? So going down here, we're gonna go actually at what these look like. They even go to a close-up and everything right here. So if you guys can see, that's Leon, you know, and Grace. That's the biggest close-up I can get to you guys. That's more of a close-up here with Grace. Keep going on. This is Grace, of course, by herself. You guys can see the full 360 of Homegirl. Now, the Leon one, this one makes me laugh because I'm saying this is a figurine. This is basically, to me, I'm like, it's young Leon, but he has more hair. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this and I'm like, brother, Leon looks incredibly young in this one. There's no wrinkles. There's nothing showing his age whatsoever. The only thing that's different compared to the other figurines that he has is that he has a little bit of a beard, okay, on here. That's all they did with this figurine, but he still looks his young self, at least in this one. Continuing on, of course, you know, you see Leon right here, and then we keep on scrolling. Right here, we got the back shot. And then, of course, we got the side profile, okay, and then it goes back to the front row here. Okay, scrolling down from here, they got these side by side. Grace Ashcroft runs September 10th, 2026. Leon, November 19th, 2026. Now, this is in yen, but roughly, if you do the conversion, it's gonna be 180 US dollars. If you combine that together, adding them up, if you want both of these, it'll be 360 US dollars. Now, the reason why I am bringing this up, some fans are not happy about this. Some fans are upset because of simply the price of these, right? So it's $180 for just the figurines, and putting them together is gonna be 360 if you do want both of them. Figurines, normally ones of these size, 28, 30 centimeters tall, a lot of them are gonna be a bit pricey. And depending on what figurine it is, like if it's a popular video game or if it's a popular anime, you name it, the more popular it is, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, to give a comparison, right, when I bought the Resident Evil 4 Remake Collector's Edition, that was around $250 some, I want to say, right? Now with with the whole collection edition, you ended up getting like a poster, an art book, a digital of the soundtrack of some of the songs, not the full soundtrack, but some of the songs. You get the full game, which is the deluxe edition of that full game. So that's more than the normal $60. It's more like $70, I think it was, for a remake. And then when you add all that with the figurine, it's about $250. If you want to put it together, right, you have the game, the deluxe edition, which is, I want to say was about $70, right? And then with the figurine, if you put that 70 and then 180, you get 250, just about. But of course, because it's a collector's edition, you get a couple of little extra goodies. Now, of course, we've already spoke about the collector's edition of this game, right? My main complaint of these figurines is that these are what should be sold with the collector's edition if you want to just go all out, right? So I'm not sure why these were not ready right on here. I'm not sure of Capcom's marketing tactic on what they were thinking on this. Don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of fans that won't mind whenever these come out, they're going to go ahead and snag it because they're big fans of the series and everything, by all means. But I think if you want to capitalize on sales, I think you could have definitely released these, you know, with the game, you know, have actually a solid collector's edition. And considering the collector's edition is only being sold in Japan, that's definitely limiting the market, which of course some people in the US are going to find ways, you know, of course, to get the collector's edition. But to be honest with you might as well just skip out on this year and just go for these. My only complaint with these figurines is that, bro, the game comes out in February and these ain't going to be available until the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, it depends on how you look at it. I'm not gonna say the game's gonna be obsolete or anything like that, but who knows, people may get burnt out on the game if they grind it and they're like, okay, cool, and they're not even thinking about these figurines no more, you know, unless they pre-ordered it. I personally think Capcom should have definitely made a collector's edition and on these, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would make more sense if you want to capitalize on the market on that to make more money. Personally, I think this is a bad idea, but of course I believe these are going to sell. For me, as of right now, I'm not gonna buy them simply because of how far along they are. To me, it's gonna be no point, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be no point, at least for me. I'm not really a collector. I have a few things behind me, as you can see, but I'm not like a collector where I'm like, yeah, I gotta freaking get it. So I'm personally not gonna get them. If you guys want them, that's the information. I'm gonna leave the information for these in the description. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to go over this to see what you guys think. And if anyone's main complaint is really about the price because it's just the figurines by themselves, I mean, if you really look at it, if I want to make that comparison with the figurine that I got for RE4 Remake, if that one was 180 with the deluxe edition game, then that would be 250, right around the price that I paid for the collector's edition, with, of course, you know, like I said, a little extra goodies. So like for me, the steelbook is $90, right? I'm getting the steelbook. So if I was getting the steelbook with one of these, that'll be around $270. So if I get both of these with my steelbook, that'll be $450 that I just spent. You get what I'm saying? That I can't do, and that I won't do. You know what I'm saying? I was get the steelbook and I just call it a day. Okay, now if it was a collector's edition and everything, maybe I would have bit the bullet, but more than likely not. I don't want to just spend my money on something like that. I was saying I'm not a true collector of things like these. Either way though, I wanted to go over that to get you guys' opinion on what you guys think about the price of these and how these look from what you guys have seen from what I've shown. But if you guys want more in depth and get your own look and everything like that, by all means, click the link in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself. I think this literally just went up, I think maybe yesterday or the day before. But yeah, as of right now, these are available for pre-order if you do want them. So at least you can save the link and everything for yourselves if you guys want to get it whenever you guys do have the funds for it. You know what I'm saying? So also at the same time, nothing on this site says anything about it, not like limited or anything like that. I don't know if these are gonna like come in waves, you know, if people pre-order them and it's like, okay, we don't have any more available, stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe the reason why these dates are like this is because maybe they know Leon is gonna sell the most. They're making the pre-order date even longer, so when they get the numbers come in, then they can start making these, I guess. I think maybe that's their marketing tactic. Maybe Grace, they think Grace is gonna sell less, so they have hers just a little bit earlier. That's my assumption on this. Maybe they haven't even really started on these. Maybe they only made a couple just to show what they look like, and then once they get the pre-orders and everything, then they know at least how many they make. But I don't see anything on here that'll show like when's the last you can pre-order, when's the last wave, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love y'all. Take care.